So I don't date American black men. I have never dated an American black man, and my reasons are quite simple.
Black woman is stating why she does not date black American men, and she gave a reason. Hey beautiful people, how you all doing today? It's your girl Destiny here, and welcome to my channel. How you are doing? Hope you guys are doing great. So this video is a video of a black woman who came on to share the reasons why she doesn't date black American men. So according to her, she posted a video talking about how she doesn't do coffee dates and how coffee date is not for her. If you're not going to put on the effort to take her on the proper date, that is not for her. And she went on to say that after she posted that video, she got a lot of African American men in the comment section telling her that, oh, she should do better, da 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 da, that why does she think she deserves better, why she's not even beautiful, why she's this and that and that and that and this and third and all that. And she wanted to just list out some of the reasons why she does not date African American men, talking about how colorist they are and how they don't value marriage, how they don't value relationships and all that. And I find this conversation very interesting because this lady looks like she's not African American. For me personally, she looks like she's from the continent Africa, and I don't know, like what she was saying, I find it really interesting, and I'm like, okay. Anyway, guys, let's go check out this video, what she has to say, and then we'll come back and talk more.
So I don't date American black men. I have never dated an American black man, and my reasons are quite simple. So a few days ago, I made a video about coffee dates, and I basically talked about how I would never accept a coffee date as a first date. I think it's low effort and it's just not my thing. Surprisingly enough, and I was genuinely surprised, 98% of the commenters and the people that were upset were American black men. So shocked because I didn't think that video would land on their For You page, but it did, and hundreds of them, hundreds, were crying on my shoulder over the fact that I would not drink bean juice on a first date with a man or with anyone. They were in my comments calling me all types of names, saying that I'm a gold digger and saying that I'm this and that. And then unprovoked, they started attacking me for my looks. By the way, I was so nice in that video. I did not insult anyone in that video, but they were insulting me. They were coming at me for my skin color, saying that I'm too dark and that I shouldn't have any standards. They were coming at me for my Afrocentric features. They were coming at me because I have an Afrocentric hairstyle in. Black American men honestly have this habit of attacking black women for the way that they look, especially if you are a darker skinned woman or you have more Afrocentric features. They will attack you. So the fact that they came at me for my looks unprovoked is not surprising to me at all. So reading the comments and watching the stitches, it brought up a discussion between me and my parents about why I don't date American black men. American black men generally do not value courtship, traditionalism, or even marriage. And I'm not saying that all American black men are like this, but a large majority are. They will berate you, break you down, and take advantage of you. I don't know why, but the sight of seeing a black woman, a dark-skinned black woman, having standards really does bother them. Maybe it's because in their mind, nobody ever talks about this, but they believe black women, dark-skinned black women, deserve crumbs. Colorism is real, and they think that we deserve crumbs and that we shouldn't have any standards. I mean, I was getting so many messages and comments saying, you're dark skinned, why do you have all these standards? The only reason why that video got them really upset was because it basically told them to do better. And they do not take well at all to being told to do better, as you can clearly see, and it's because they are not required to. They are used to giving women nothing, giving women crumbs, but then receiving the world back. So when they were watching my video, they were so upset. They were like, oh, no. You want me to take you on a proper date? A proper date when all I'm used to is inviting women back to my house, or inviting women on a nature walk as a first date, or inviting women to my car to link and smoke? You want me to actually put in effort? No, I'm not used to that at all. They're literally in my comments saying, what makes you think you deserve a meal? You need to prove yourself. And when American black men say that you need to prove yourself, that just basically means you need to go through hell and back with him. They don't want to put in the effort because they're lazy, they are entitled, and they are cheap. And don't get me wrong, it's not all American black men that are like this, it's just the large majority. And that is a problem because the majority of black American women prefer black American men, but there are not enough good black American men to go around.
So let me know down in the comment section, do you agree with her? What are your thoughts on our talking points, what she said about American black men and why she doesn't date them? Do you agree with her? Do you disagree with her? I'd love to know your own take down in the comment section, because I know a lot of you guys are from the United States. A lot of my audience are from the United States and in the UK. So I really love to know your own take. And even if you're an immigrant, like in the United States, or generally you're watching this channel, what is your own take about American men? Have you ever dated black American men? What are your own thoughts on this? Like I said, this video got a lot of people talking. A lot of people have so much to say about this video. So we're going to check their own thoughts on this, and then I'll come back and share more of my thoughts. I'm really interested to know what people respond to this video is. I'm really like interested. But anyway, I want to know yours down in the comment section, okay? But before we get into the video, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? What did I do to you? Are we not friends? Go ahead and smash the subscribe button down there and click the notification bell so you'll be notified once I upload videos. I post videos every single day, and you don't want to miss out on the type of conversation we have on this channel. We have amazing conversation, and we post 2 videos every day, and we have amazing conversation, okay? So go ahead and share your thoughts, okay? So with that all said, guys, let's go check out people's thoughts on this, and then I'll come back and share more of my thoughts.
So I don't date American black men. I have never dated an American.
Hey, so I got a question for like people who do this, right? Why do y'all lie? Like, serious question. Why do y'all get on here and lie? Because you said that 98% of your comments was black men, American black men bashing you for you not liking coffee. But when I scrolled through your comments, and there's like 4,000, it's like the comments damn near outweigh the likes. I seen a lot of women, not just black women, right? A lot of women telling you that coffee dates are great, sharing their own testimonies about their husbands and their boyfriends about how it started with a coffee date, right? Dates are supposed to be getting to know each other. Like, I seen a lot of those comments, but I didn't really see black men disrespecting you, calling you out your name. Now, like, you may have seen it in the stitches. You may have deleted the I don't know, right? But you said that 98% of the comments was black men going in on you, disrespecting you. I'm just saying, I didn't see it. So probably try not lying. Just saying. And see, this is the most interesting thing about this, right? Is you said majority of black men, right, don't care to marriage, don't care to court, all that shit like that, right? How do you know that? You've never dated a black man. In your words, you will never date a black man. So how do you know that majority of them, as you said, don't care to court, don't care to like? How do you know this? Where did you get this? Where did you base that off of? Or are you just generalizing? See, this is the problem, right? When black women get on the internet and generalize black men, but then turn around and have a problem when black men generalize them. Like, there's no possible way to quantify that majority of black men or majority of black women do anything, because you would have to get a majority of them to participate in said testing, whatever the case may be, which hasn't happened. So again, how do you know this if you don't know a majority of black men? You've never dated them. You've probably never really interacted with them outside of social media. So again, how do you know that? This is the problem with social media. This is the problem when y'all get on here and y'all try to spread these narratives and then lie. Like, just stop. If you don't date American black men, then don't do it. But don't get on the internet and say it and then expect a whole bunch of people not to have a problem with it, and then try to lie about how you're being treated by American black men when that's nowhere near the case. Like, come on, bro. You're intentionally starting problems. And that is the problem with a lot of you content creators on this app, because y'all intentionally start problems, but then get off this app or turn around on another video and say, oh, well, I just want solutions and I just think we can all get along, and why can't we? Y'all see what I'm saying?
So I don't date American black men.
This is such an ignorant take. Either you don't date any black men or you date all black men, but they're all the same. Because I want to be clear, I'm a black American. I do not mess with the demographics. Y'all already know this about me. But please tell me what part of the diaspora where the problems she's talking about don't exist. The entire diaspora is colorist. I see women on the continent bleaching their skin constantly. I've seen the Nollywood movies. They constantly praise lighter skin and, more light aesthetics. And even though I won't call them Eurocentric features because all diversity, like all genetic diversity, started on the African continent. So when you see like Eastern African features, they're not Eurocentric, but they're what people think of as Eurocentric because that's what people associate with the aesthetic. But when you see like the Somalian girls or Ethiopian girls, that is the kind of look that does get preference on the continent. Are we going to be honest or not? She said, I made this video about coffee dates. The Black American men came at me about my skin tone and my Afrocentric hairstyle. Bleaching creams and long weaves and perms are selling out on the continent. So tell me more, babe. I've seen the beauty standard. It's literally the same. Next thing is she said they don't value traditionalism and courtship. Yeah, Nigerian and Jamaican men value marriage so much they want to marry several women at one time. The out-of-wedlock birth rate in Jamaica is like 90%. And it is comparable in the rest of the Caribbean. And I'm not saying these things to be mean. I'm just saying them to be real because it irritates me. I'm all about facts. I spit facts all day long. But I do not like when other people say, I don't date Black American men as a way to not deal with the same bull in their backyard. Because I see these girls like, Black American men, they're not providers, they're not protectors. What part of the continent looks like it's been protected? Please tell me, how did all these millions of African Americans allow themselves to be enslaved? I don't know. How y'all let a handful of white people come take over the whole continent? Tell me more. And I'm being somewhat facetious, but not really, because it irritates me because there's no introspection. I talk all day, every day about the things that we as Black Americans need to do better. But I'm not going to allow there to be a one-sided criticism where people just basically try to dump their trash in our yard and then act like their yard is sparkling clean because they've dumped their trash in our yard. No. And I really try to stay clear of the whole diaspora wars on here. I typically do not comment, but people have been getting way too bold lately and I really have no patience for it. But it's low-hanging fruit. I mean, coffee dates, that's your big issue when it comes to men of color. Why not talk about real things? Like the HIV rate is off the charts in the continent, the Caribbean, and in cities that have large African-American populations. See how that's balanced? So you might want to talk about how that's an issue throughout the diaspora. If you want to talk about issues of patriarchy running rife, women being unprotected. I understand that in the Congo is hitting 90%. Women in war-torn regions can expect to be multiple times in their lifetimes. Boko Haram still kidnapping girls. That could be a great segue into a conversation about trafficking looks different in the Caribbean versus the continent versus the US, but it's got the same sort of impact. How Black women experience disproportionate rates of violence in all those places, but you're reaching for low-hanging fruit. Now, these are all huge systemic issues that impact Black women in all three places, or areas of the diaspora, if you will. But if you want to speak specifically to dating and courtship issues, again, men of all the areas have the worst reputation when it comes to faithfulness. I have never heard anybody say, man, I am looking for a faithful dude. Let me get an African man. Let me get a Caribbean man. And you might say, well, at least they're giving out the money. As someone who has studied African and Caribbean literature, that's really hit or miss. Yeah. Authors like Kai Miller, Derek Walcott, Edward Dandicott, George Lamming, and Polly Marshall have written chronicle after chronicle about men who will not work. Check out Brown Girl, Brown Stones, The Dragon Can't Dance, August Town, In the Castle of My Skin, The Wine of Astonishment. These books are all filled with stories written by Caribbean people about men in their lives who wouldn't work but still wanted all the comfort, succor, and experience of being the so-called man of the house. And they often ran women and used their wives' money to do it. And my faithful listeners are saying, but you criticize Black American men all the time. Exactly. I, a Black American, criticize Black American men. If I see an international issue, I might certainly say, well, that's a shame. That's horrible. Yeah. But for the most part, I stay in my own lane. What other people do is they are not Black American. They will criticize Black Americans in an effort to separate and uplift themselves. I don't like that. Yeah. Because they do this while enjoying all the benefits that Black Americans fought hard for. They want to join the Divine Nine, go to HBCUs, enjoy all the civil rights that were fought for by my ancestors while criticizing Black Americans. That really grinds my gears. I do not like that. And the whole thing is honestly steeped in xenophobia and self-hatred. Because if you listen, they often offer no or very mild criticisms of their community's own problems. Those are my thoughts. Y'all can stop tagging me in this now. Thank you ever so much. Like and follow for more.
Like amazing. I love the different type of conversation that is being had about the race and then the date one, which we're going to get into. But I want to know what you think about this amazing conversation down in the comment section. But please keep it respectful. As always, you're on this channel, we're allowed to disagree, but we'll do it in a respectful way. So go ahead, feel free and share your thoughts. Love to know what you think. So I'm going to address the original creator that called out Black American men, how she doesn't date them and why she doesn't date them, which I find some of the lists she was giving very interesting. But while I was listening to her, the first thing that was coming to my mind was, you don't date African American men, so what makes you feel African men are better? I don't know why I feel, I don't know, I might be wrong, I don't know why I feel like she's probably from the continent and probably maybe in Nigeria. I don't know why I feel that way. But yeah, I don't like when a conversation is one-sided, and that is why when we're having conversation here on this channel, I try as much as possible to talk about how it looks in my society and in my culture, because a lot of the time it's almost like, oh, I don't do this because it's colorism. There's a huge, which I've had this conversation here multiple of times, there's a huge colorism that goes on in Nigeria. I live in Nigeria, I live in the continent. So when you talk about, oh, I don't date African American men because they are colorism, there's huge colorism here. And then, which I've addressed this issue a lot of time when people talk about, oh, African American men are not providers, African men are providers, they provide, they take care of the family. What they don't tell you is that African men will provide for you, but they're going to abuse you for providing for you. They're going to take advantage of you. They're going to keep you in that place where you will always need them so that they can always abuse you. So you ask yourself, why do you want to be provided for? Because I know some women, that is like a thing their heart so desire so much to be provided for. And African men, naturally they are raised that, oh, they have to be the one to show up, bring the money and all that and all that. But what they don't tell you is what comes with it. And for me, I feel like when you're throwing stones and you're talking about how colorism they have, how they don't respect people, how they don't have culture, they don't value marriage, do you think Nigerian men value marriage when after they get married, they're having multiple side chicks back to back, and they know you're not going anywhere because our society frowns at women that get married and leaves? Do you think that come to Lagos, come to Nigeria, and you see it's a norm for married men to step out of their marriage? Not even just marriage, even while they are dating. You see men dating, they are in a full-blown relationship, even engaged, they have side chicks everywhere. You see men in relationship and they are putting hands on you. You will see Nigerian men, they glamorize being fair, being light-skinned. I'm talking about the country. I'm talking about Nigeria that has a majority of black people in Nigeria. So when you're talking, some of the valid points she was pointing at about how why she doesn't date African American men, is a thing. I'm not giving excuses for African American men and say, oh, they are amazing. What I'm saying is that they are the same across the board. And there's one thing I've always done. We watched this channel for a long. One thing I believe, yes, they have the African American men, they have the African men, they have the diaspora men. As much as we always want to separate them, they are all together, including we as women. We say, oh, we have the African Americans, the Africans, the Caribbeans, and all that. As much as we want to separate them, yes, our struggle and what we go through in life and the way society perceives us might be different, and maybe just different. We have different type of struggles from slavery, from colonization, and all that. But the truth is that we all look the same. We almost have almost the same morals. We almost have the way we move. So when we are throwing stones at this, what's happening in your house? And that's why I feel like she didn't do right by that. If you're calling men out, if you're calling black men out, I understand that. But when you're picking, no. For me, they are all the same. Black men don't respect black women. Black men feel black women will sit down there and take their BS and always be there to welcome them. Black men feel like black women cannot do better with, like, black men will always own that to them because that's how society has programmed us, that we need to have them, we need a protector and all that. But in reality, they are not protecting, they are not providing for us. It's just a way for us to keep serving them for free. So I just feel like when you want to disrespect a group of people, you're not from that group of people, then keep your mouth shut. I totally agree with Sissy talking about it. Like, just keep your mouth shut. It's not in your place for you to know. If you don't date them, just quietly don't date them and move. And then let's move into the coffee dates thing. Let me know down in the comment section. Are you a coffee date person? Are you a full glamour, let's go out on a proper date type of person? I personally, I've been out of the game for a while, but I'm a very comfy type of girl and all that. It takes a lot to get ready for a date, and I know we have conversation of how we should expect better, treat better, but I also agree with the last lady that was talking about how sometimes you just want to know, get the feel, and if it's not for you, just keep moving real quick with no attachment, no sentiment, and all that. It takes a lot of work to get prepared for a proper date. The makeup, the hair, the nails, the dress, the nails, like says I personally, I did a video of a lady too that stated this, that she doesn't date casually, she doesn't do coffee and all that, and she stated her reasons without dragging anybody. I feel like if that's not for you, it's just a thing of preference. People have their reasons why they don't go for people. I personally, I'm the type of person, like, I like to go a place where it's very comfortable, where this man will show his true character. Because I feel like when you go on a proper dinner and all that, proper date, both of you are well behaved and all that, and sit down across and but I would like us to go to places where you can be yourself, where it always feels very casual, like you're with your friend, and then I'm going to watch you, I'm going to let you unveil yourself, and that will tell me a lot about you, and I'm just take a bath and say, you know what, this is for me or this is not for me. So I personally, I don't see anything wrong with a coffee date, a quick date, just to meet up, know if you vibe or not, if the energy is right. Sometimes just meet the person on the get-go, you know if the energy is right, if the vibe is right, and if it's not, it's just better to cut it off really good than to really invest so much of your time and energy. And like the last sister said, your time is very, very valued, and don't just waste it around with just anybody or anything. So yeah, I do agree with that part of it. So let me know the type of dates that you like. Do you like a proper date? Do you like a coffee date? What are your preference? And then for me, that personally, there's no right or wrong way to that. Your preference is your preference, and it's okay and it's respected. Do you? Okay. Anyway, guys, I want to know what you think about this amazing conversation down in the comment section. But please keep it respectful. As always, here on this channel, we're allowed to disagree. So feel free to share your opinion, but be respectful as always, okay? Go on and share this video with somebody that you want to be part of the conversation, because that's what we're doing here. We have banging conversation. So go on and share this video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, smash the like button, because this helps YouTube to push out my content for more people to see and join in the conversation, and that'll be you supporting this channel and this girl here. So go on and give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't subscribed to this channel, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Deuces.